Well, as children and young adults head back to the classroom, parents and grown-ups settle into the post-summer work grind. But now, with the help of 2U, an online partner for universities, having a full-time job or raising a family won't stop these grown-ups from getting that degree they've always wanted. Well, here to tell us more is Chip Pausek, CEO and co-founder of 2U. Good morning, Chip.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, it's wonderful to have you on. So you're saying that once we get the kids packed up for school, that's actually the perfect time for parents and adults to study?
It really is. So 2U partners with some of the best universities in the world: Georgetown, Northwestern, USC, University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, to offer really high-quality master's degrees where for the first time ever, you don't have to pick up your life, quit your job, and move to attend. So we built this platform of live instruction where it looks a little bit like the beginning of the Brady Bunch with the squares. And one of the squares would be your professor, and the other would be your student, your fellow students, in a very intimate setting that allows you to get the same degree as the campus. There's no 2U on it. It's a Berkeley degree. And not have to pick up your life and move to Berkeley to get a degree in data science. So it's a pretty big deal, we think.
How cool is that? Well, it's certainly still a commitment, and people still have to put in the hours to be a student. But what if someone's working and they don't necessarily have those free hours during the day? What about them?
So all of our programs really do cater to both working adults, stay-at-home moms, people in the military. And how that works is there are class times that you select. So you apply to the school, and if you get in, and that's the school's decision in terms of, because it's basically the same requirements as the campus, ultimately there are class times at, let's say, 7 p.m. in the evening for somebody working, and you choose that class time. But ultimately, all you do is open your laptop or your iPad or even your iPhone. I've attended live class. By the way, I'm in our MBA program at Chapel Hill. I can talk about that. But I've attended live classes from Hong Kong, from Ireland, literally all over the world. But you have to choose a time that just works for you. And I've really found that you can fit it into your life.
Incredible. That's quite the opportunity to be able to sort of experience professors and material from all over the world. Now, it's sort of hard to imagine somebody training to be a social worker or maybe a nurse through the internet. So how does that actually work, and how would you say to someone, don't worry, it's really the same quality as if they're in the classroom?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, good example, one of our programs at Georgetown is a Master of Science in Midwifery. That's literally delivering babies. You wouldn't want to go to a midwife that delivered a virtual baby. So we work with the school to find you a local clinical placement in your home, so like in your area, where you go in and you deliver 30 babies in that program to graduate. You can't graduate unless you've delivered 30 babies. So almost 4,000 babies have been delivered in that Georgetown program through our system. So it really is that physical component, that clinical component, is a critical part of a program like social work or like nursing. And it's something that we've figured out a way for people to do in their local area, which one of the great things about that is many of the students in those programs are staying in their local area after graduation. And a lot of these disciplines have real shortages. So having the opportunity to be an advanced practice nurse in your local area is awesome for that local area.
That is great. Not only are you teaching the students, but you're also orchestrating real-life experiences for them. Like you said, for someone who's going to become a midwife, you actually take them to a clinic or in a medical location, and they can get actual practice. Now, how are employers actually responding to this? If you said it's like getting a real degree, I'm sure it's not that different than actually going to school and showing them the degree.
I will tell you, actually, it is not only the exact same degree, but on your resume or your LinkedIn profile, it is literally the same thing. There is no difference. So one couldn't even tell that it's an online program. What I think over time is going to happen is, unfortunately, online education still today has a stigma. It's a little bit like online dating was a decade ago, where people were embarrassed to talk about it. That's going to change. I mean, today in online dating, if you're not married, that's typically how you find someone. So I think if you go out over the next 5, 10, 15 years, graduate education will be done this way much more often. Just simply, it's so much more convenient. That sort of use case for somebody is so much better to fit in your life. And think about the money that you save by not quitting your job when you're in the program. So what we found is employers have embraced it.
You gotta love it. It sounds super convenient, and the true testament to this program is that you're actually a student using KGUN, and so, you know, what could be better than that? The actual CEO is using his own program. It's a true testament. So, Chip, if we want to learn a little bit more about it, where can we go?
You can go to youre.com. That's the letter 2, number U, so the opposite of Bono's, you know, U2. So number 2, letter U.com. That's our website. You can find all the programs listed there. And you know, our hashtag is no back row, because there isn't really a back row in the online classroom. But it also applies to the people involved. Like, get out of that back row. You know, get into the front row.
I love that. I love the encouragement, and I love this program. Chip, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right. Now, everybody else, stay right where you are. We'll be right back.